So we're going to build Interaction Hobbies Kit HO-5032, which is cigarette machines. There's two 3D printed machines and artwork in there. Here you see the plans they come with, the various parts and pieces. And here's the things I used to create mine. I have a couple of files. These are handy. This one has 4 different sizes. And then I got a real rough one. That one's probably going to be the best for this. I got a nice little tweezers for all the little tiny parts, scissors to cut out the artwork they provide, and a dull blade. We're not going to cut anything, but we're going to score some paper, so you kind of want a dull blade. Some clear cement canopy glue I like using. Colors of paint, flat brown for the machine, and a silver. I used a steel, Vallejo model air steel, and then some gold. I had some old Testors gold enamel. These are for the knobs, which we'll get to later. That's kind of some problems. Then, of course, paintbrush is a bigger one, and then a really fine one to paint the knobs on that. So here we go. We're going to make 2 machines, and this is how I constructed these on my layout. So here is the package that you get, and let's open it up. We'll do our little unboxing here. I'll just slice off the clear tape that they have on the top. And this is what is included in this kit. So we have some laser cut front, some really thin wood. That's going to be the front of the machine. We're going to paint that the silver. We have the glass, some laser cut plastic, which has a paper backing on it. We'll cut those off and then peel that off like that. And then you get the 1-sheet instruction manual as it is. And you can see how the machine goes together and what colors to use. And you also get this here, if I can pick it up. There we go. This is the artwork. So we have various cigarettes and things to choose from. You have names on the top and then generic ones on the bottom that you represent from the standard cigarette machines in the 60s and 70s. And then you got some filler material in there that protects the actual machines. And here you go. Get that all sorted there. A couple of 3D printed cigarette machines. They're very nicely done, but you can see that they have handles sticking out, and that's kind of been the issue I've had with this kit. Get my scissors, we'll cut them out of there. Get them out. Dispose of that. And here's the machines. And there's the backing. That's the part we'll be removing and filing smooth. You won't really see the back, but if you want to place it against the wall, it's nice. And here you can see the handles sticking out. And you can see a lot of them are missing. This is the only knock I've had on this kit so far, is the pull handles seem to be missing, and as I'm handling it, they do take a beating. So it's a nice little kit. You get 2 of them in there. Like I said, the 5032. So let's get about creating these. So now I will just break these 2 machines apart, and I will remove the backing and the supports that were made for the 3D. These are kind of brittle, and you can just kind of force them off with this dull blade. You can see it pretty much pops off. And then you can get at the back of the machine, and I will use those emery boards to file them smooth so you can place them against the wall of your bar or bowling alley or bus station. There's a little hole in the back. I suppose you could put an LED in there and light it up if you really wanted to do some uber detailing. But otherwise, just hold these on a flat surface, and I just kind of chiseled away at them with this dull X-Acto blade. There's a couple parts left. We'll get rid of those and dispose of them. And now we'll just get to our little emery boards, and we'll clean up the flash, and we'll smooth out the bottom, and we'll make sure that they can stand up straight and they lean against the wall. So they're looking pretty good. Let's go on to the next part. And let's start the filing. And there they stand flat, and they lay down, and they'll be right against the wall. Painting time, I got my palette out, got a little flat brown in there. We'll do that for the whole machine. I've got my steel to represent the silver. I've added even a little couple drops of distilled water, thin it out. I like thinning out these Vallejo paints. Most of my paints I do too. And so let's mix it up and apply it to the machine. Here we go. The laser cut wood gets the steel color, so let's apply that. And there we go. They're looking good. The bases are looking good. We'll set them aside to dry, and you can even hit them with a hairdryer to speed this up if you want. So let's go on to the next part. Let's get those handles. So let's get our gold paint, and we're going to paint the knobs here. Our machine and the fascia front are dry, so we're going to use our gold paint and paint the knobs, what's left of them. But we'll paint the whole area so you can see through the holes in the front. Here we go. Pop this open, get our small brush, and let's apply the gold paint to the knob area. Well, the other parts are drying here. We can go on to the artwork. So we'll get our scissors ready, and we shall cut out the artwork that goes into the machine's two little open areas. Now I have them cut out, and you can see there is a top and a bottom, and I'll show you here that it even says that, top and bottom. So you need one of each for your machines. And the trick to these is what I've learned is to cut them narrower from side to side, and they fit that much better inside. They fit really nice. Now you want to use that thing to score it to make these into an L shape. You're going to use your dull X-Acto blade or some type of object and score those like it says and make those into L-shaped inserts. And there we go. We'll get my little blade out and let's give that a try. Okay, I've scored them and bent them. As I picked them up, you can see that they're in somewhat of an L shape, and the machines have little ridges where these sit right in. So make sure you trim them narrow enough and they will fit right inside very nicely. Okay, I have one done and that looks great. So now I'll show you, we'll get my tweezers and put these into the second cigarette machine. And just like that, we have a good looking machine with all the artwork in. And now let's put the glass covering over it. And we're going to use this laser cut acetate they gave us. And so I cut out 4 of these pieces. They give you 6. And then you have to peel the backing tape off. That comes right off. You could even sand these and smooth them out a bit, but they fit pretty well. I always put them on a off-colored index card so I can see them. They seem to disappear real easily on the plastic. So now let's get the glue out and we shall attach them with that canopy glue. Here we go. Got our tester's glue right here. So I just made a little puddle of the glue on the old acetate up there and used a toothpick to make a small puddles, and just want to tack them in there. You don't have to get all four sides, everything complete. You just want to hold it in there because the laser cut front of the machine will hold them in as well. And we attach that with the same glue. So let's move on to that part of this. Alright, I've applied the canopy glue to the machine, and then I pressed the front laser cut piece of wood that's been painted silver on that, so the knobs stick through, the knobs that are left. And we have a couple of nice machines to support everyone's bad habits in the town I'm modeling. Once again, we have Interaction Hobbies, kit HO-5032, HO scale cigarette machines, 2 per pack. Neat little addition, wonderful detail. You really can't go wrong with this kit. Here you see the finished products. They look pretty good. They're really small in size, but you get a good bang for the buck. You can see a couple guys outside the art office. They're ready to share a pack if they could find some matches. Thank you for watching. Leave me a comment, leave a like, even subscribe if you want. So for more fun, you can check out the Crossing Gate podcast, available on Apple, Google, iHeart, Spotify. All talk about model railroading by a wonderful crew from the Twin Cities division. Thank you.